Hey guys, it's Tom again. I'm back with another video. Today I'm doing something different. As you can see, I've actually just got my phone and I'm looking at this Lenovo ThinkPad X220. I'm going to be upgrading this guy to an SSD drive today, and I'm going to show you how to do that. The drive we're going to use is this one, ADATA 480. It's a 2.5 SATA SSD drive, so that means it's inside this kind of case, which acts like an adapter. And if you look on the back, if you want to have a pause of the video and look at all of the details there, you can see all about the specs and everything. But long story short, it's got 520 megabytes per second speed, so that should do as well. If you're going to do this, there's a couple of things that you need. First of all, you need to back up your files that you need to an external HDD or of a hard drive because, well, you need to do that. You're also going to need to install a Windows 10 or whichever operating system that you prefer. Right now, I'm actually putting Windows 10 on this USB stick, and that's what we're going to use to install onto the new SSD. Now, of course, you could image the drive, but in my case, I don't have that option, so this is assuming that you don't have that option also. So if you give us a few minutes, we'll be back when we've got this installation media finished. Okay, so my installation media is ready, so let's go ahead and close Rufus. So Rufus is a decent program that I'll probably do a video on at some point. And now, let's go ahead and take out our USB drive, our installation media, and we're going to go ahead and unplug that. Now that we've got everything set up, what we want to do is reboot the computer, and we're just going to see that to make sure that it's going to reboot to a USB device by default. So if we restart, and on a ThinkPad X220, you need to press this blue button to get to the boot options. So let's give that a second. So yeah, this computer, it's actually pretty nice, except for the fact that it's so slow because of this hard drive. So I've just decided to finally, go ahead and get it into the modern world. So yeah, this is kind of my hardware debut for this channel, I guess. All right, so it's going to restart. So let's press that blue button, make sure that we get to the boot up menu. And okay, let's say F1 to enter the BIOS. Okay, so we go over to Startup, and it should be boot mode, quick. Oh, where are we? Startup. Is it in boot? Okay, yeah, it's in boot. All right, so if we, in that case, if we bring, I think on this one it's plus and minus, isn't it? Minus? No, plus. Okay, let's bring it down like that then. There we go. All right, so you can see now, I'm going to bring the Windows Boot Manager to the third, I guess. You can see now that it says USB-C is going to be first priority, then USB FDD, and then the Windows Boot Manager. So the main thing is that we want to make sure that we get to our USB first. That's all it is, really. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and save and exit. We're going to say yes. And then, of course, because we're going to be removing the old hard drive, we're going to need to turn off the computer. So I'm just going to go ahead and pause the video for a second, turn it off, and then I'll be back with you when the computer is ready to be taken apart. Okay, so now you've got your computer like this. So what you need to do is go ahead and take out the battery. You need to use these release switches here and pull the battery out. The the left one is actually broken for me, so I can just do the right one, and then should be okay, give me a second here. All right, so I needed two hands. So take out the power supply, take out the battery, just take out everything that is on here, and then obviously we're going to need a little screwdriver. Ta-da! So actually the hard drive for this one is right here. So you've got this little door here, and then you can see there's that tiny little screw in there. That's the only screw that we need to remove, so let's go ahead and remove that. And then once you've unscrewed it, it's just a tiny little latch that you can pull away like that. And then if we have a look, you should see there's a tiny little tab here. So let's just pull that, and it should bring the hard drive with it. So if we pull, ta-da, and then the hard drive comes cleanly out. Now, you want to look closely here, because there's a certain way that you want to put it back in when we have the new SSD drive. So if you think about how we've taken it out, and you look at that, that's a SATA connector. So you can see that you want the long one. You want the long one with the little pointy thing. I don't know if I'm saying this clearly, sorry. You want that like kind of little pointy thing there towards the middle, and then at the other end you don't want it there. So let me just deal with this a second. Okay, there we go. So sorry, doing this one-handed is so difficult. Right, so we've got our little hard drive. Now this is the old HDD. You want to take off these little rubber sidings, just carefully peel them away, and just, you know, if you don't really know what you're doing with this, kind of like me, you just want to make sure that you keep them in that same orientation there, because that will help you, just if you're not sure. So literally, whoops, just keep them like that for now. Okay, time to unbox, but I think we're going to need two hands for this. So be right back. All right, guys, so in case you're using the same SSD as me, if you have it like that, you need to turn it over, and then you'll see that your SATA connector has the same orientation that your old HDD had. So then all you need to do is just put those rubber sidings on like that, and then we should be good to go ahead and push this guy in. Said the actress to the bishop. So here we go. Let's try and put it in there. Moment of truth, everybody. In it goes. And then we should have a little click. Bear with me. So I know you can't see this very well. Okay, so just make sure that it's kind of pressed in. Don't press too hard, obviously. But that should be it. And it fits like a glove, I've got to say. So I think that installation is good news there. So now all we need to do, if I can find the damn thing, is to replace that little flap that we took off at the start. So sorry guys, this is a pretty amateur video from me. Like I say, it's, you know, I'm doing this two-handed. So let's screw that guy in. Okay, and then we can replace our battery. Can I do that one-handed? I wonder. There we go. All right, battery's back in, hard drive is installed. Let's turn this baby over again and get it fired up and see what we got. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's try turning it on. I've got my installation media ready. So hopefully we boot to that, and we have a place to install the operating system. And if not, then I've wasted a lot of time. Here we go. So I might actually just go in and select the boot medium manually. In a second, maybe. Okay. A data. So we want USB HDD because that's where Windows is, so we can install Windows. USB HDD. Okay, there we go. So there's Windows. That's a good thing. So obviously, whilst we're installing Windows, well, during this initial phase at least, it's going to be booting from the USB. So we're not going to see any fast performance just yet. But hopefully this won't be too long. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video for you guys. All right, great. So we're in the Windows setup. So language to install, English, United Kingdom, because I'm British. Okay, that's everything there. We're going to say install now. And hopefully we should see a good result with this. I'm praying that the installation has gone well. Activate Windows. Okay, I'm just gonna, you know what, my Windows is activated with my account, so I will say I don't have a product key, and I believe on this computer I actually have Pro. So for those of you that don't know, Windows 10, they actually have like a digital license that's linked to your account. So this computer luckily has Windows 10 Pro because I upgraded from Windows 7 Pro. So let's click next. Let's accept, because otherwise we can't use. Upgrade, install Windows and keep files. Okay, so that would be custom, wouldn't it? Because and look at that. Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so that is our new hard drive, the 480 gigabytes. So obviously it's always a little bit smaller, but I'm really happy to see this. Really happy. So in that case, we're going to say next and install it on that unallocated space. And my God, here we go. So we're upgrading this bad boy to SSD. And look at that. Copying Windows files, it went to 100% very quickly. And that's because of it being SSD. So you know what? I'm just going to let this run now. And I'll be back with you guys when we get to the more interesting bits. And actually, let's just give it a second before I do that. So yeah, this is going a lot quicker than it would have done if it was still an HDD. So I'm really happy with my hardware prowess, which is basically none, because I'm usually a geek of software. But anyway, I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so it's done the thing where we've gone through the install process and it's asked to reboot, and we are just rebooting right now. So there's the familiar screen where it's getting all of the devices ready for the first time. I've got a really good feeling about this. I think we're looking good. So it's getting ready. And yeah, you know, there's many people that I've spoken to before. They think that because Lenovo X220 is kind of old, it's from 2011, that you can't upgrade it to an SSD. You can, because they have these 2.5s. So the 2.5, it comes, the SSD is actually kind of in a case. So in a way, what you get is an SSD with an adapter, if that makes any sense at all. I mean, yeah, this one was it was less than £30. And, you know, it's 480. I just, you know, and yes, I could have gone for 1 terabyte or whatever, but I just wanted to give it a go and see what happened. And, well, hopefully have a faster computer for it. Anyway, I'll come back when some more interesting things are happening. Okay, here we go. So I think this is now getting to the proper setup screen. Don't worry about the video. The video is kind of messy because it's yet to install the graphics drivers, which of course Windows will do automatically. So Just need to run Windows Update for that, and that'll be all good. Okay, so we'll say yes, United Kingdom. And we'll say yes. And we'll skip that. Yeah, I've got to say, compared to what I've experienced before, I do think that this feels smoother. But I'm holding my reservations until, of course, we've finished all of the setting up stuff. So sit back and relax while we work our magic. Let's do that. I promise I won't. Okay, I'll be back, guys. So right now we're just going through all the adding your account stuff. So I'm just going to do that. I won't bore you guys with that. Okay, so I've just been through all of the setup nonsense, and wow. Yeah, really seems like I do think it really has improved its performance. So I think it's good news, guys. But again, what we're looking for here is, the end result. So I'm still holding my breath for the time being. Let's see what we get. So just going to wait. I guess I'll pause the video again. Wow. So here we are, we're on the desktop, and I think that Windows already took care of that driver issue with the graphics. So that's already sorted out. So I think it's maybe a little bit laggy just because, we've just installed. But already I think, I definitely think that I'm noticing some improvements here. So if we open up Edge, so obviously Edge comes as the default. Okay, confirm. I'm going to say no for now. Reject. Okay, so that is awesome. Yeah, I definitely think there's an improvement with that. And you know what? This isn't the end of the upgrade journey for this guy. I've actually got 2 sticks of 4GB RAM on the way because it can take up to 8GB of RAM. So I'm going to be upgrading the RAM as well. So we'll see how it goes with that. But yeah, I mean, this is just, it's not like a brand new PC. It's not going to be like a brand new PC. But the fact of the matter is that quite simply, that is a lot better than it was. I know that for a fact. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there because really this was just about upgrading the SSD, and I'm going to crack on with setting up this bad boy up. I can't speak, probably because it's quite early in the morning here where I am. But anyway, guys, you guys take care, stay safe. Thanks for keeping in touch with my videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.